Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how to implement the Oculus Entitlement check since I didn't see any videos for it yet. So here I am in my Oculus Studio Manager, and just go ahead and manage your build right here, and you're going to go to the Getting Started API, and you're going to find your app ID, and this number is important because you need to plug it into your Unreal Engine project for Oculus to be able to run the entitlement check. And so right here in the documentation, they just have this code right here, and this is what you're going to be plugging in. You can just search this online. So I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to go into my Unreal Engine project. And so under here, you're going to find the configuration folder. Open up DefaultEngine.ini, and I'm just opening this up with Notepad or any text editor. And I'm just going to paste this script or these lines of code right in here. And right here in the zeros, that's where you're going to paste in your app ID. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it right into there. Boom, I'm going to save it. So let me just make sure that it was saved. Okay, there it is. So now when we open up our project, it's going to have that loaded. And so the next thing we need to do is load the OnlineSubsystem plugin by Oculus. And so you're going to go Edit Plugins, and underneath Online Platform right here, scroll down to OnlineSubsystemOculus. I'm going to tick Enabled, and it's going to make you restart your Unreal Engine project. Okay, so that loaded up. Let me just make sure that it is loaded. There it is. The check mark is on Enabled. And so now we're going to have a series of new nodes that we can put into our blueprints. So I'm going to open up the level blueprint. And this is just all my code for the game. But the only thing that's important is event begin play here. So right when the game starts, we're going to verify the entitlement. The node is just called verify entitlement. And that was what was created. That was what was loaded in when we loaded that plugin. And so actually I'm going to disconnect this here. And I only want the game to start playing if it succeeds. And what this means is if I'm logged into Oculus, it's going to succeed this entitlement check. And if I'm not logged into Oculus, it's going to fail. And what Oculus wants is it wants the app to close when it fails. So on failure, I'm just going to type in console command quit. And so that's going to close the game if you are not logged into Oculus. And so that's all you need to do to load the entitlement check. And then the second thing that Oculus wants you to implement is if the game is paused, it wants you to, it wants you to pause the game if you are in the Oculus menu, if you pause the game by using the Oculus button. So to do that, that is the VR has focus node, get VR focus state. That's the name of the node. And so has focus, if you are in the game and you're not in the Oculus menu, this is going to be true. And if it's not, then it's false. So we want to have this branch off. So if it's true, if we do have focus, set game paused, we want that to not be true. So it's going to leave it unchecked. And if it is false, which means that we are not in the game, or if we are paused in the Oculus menu, then we want to check paused. I'm just going to update this every tick. That's going to be constantly running. So those are the two things that you have to implement to get Oculus to be happy with your app.